Hi everyone, welcome to Core 24, our fitness channel. Today's workout is a strength workout, and all you really need for your strength workout is one set of dumbbells. We're going to start with a warm-up. Lie down your back. Grab your hamstring, slight arch in your lower back, and you're going to open and close your knee to stretch out the hamstring and to flush some blood into that thigh muscle. We're going to do 10 on the right leg and 10 on the left. Once you hit 10, switch legs. Grab the hamstring of your left leg, open and close at the knee. Contracting the muscle of your thigh will stretch out that hamstring. And again, wake up the muscles in your thigh. It's 8, 9, and 10. Now with your feet and knees together, arms out to your sides, you're going to slowly rotate your hips and your knees to the left while keeping pressure in your right hand. And then rotate, switch, and twist to the right. Back and forth 10 times each. Maintaining your shoulder blades down. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Third exercise in our warm-up is a standard hip bridge. Tuck your heels in close to you, heels down, toes up, hands pushing down to your sides. Bridge your hips up with your spine leaving the ground. Squeeze your butt muscles so your thighs get a stretch, and then recover back down. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And from there, we're going to switch right to a single leg hip bridge. So grab onto the leg, your right leg behind the hamstring, like you were doing for your hamstring stretch, and then pushing through your left leg, bridge up again, 5 more times. 5, switch legs, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, you're going to straighten out your whole torso, legs straight, arms straight over your chest, palms face each other, keeping your arms as close to your ears as possible. Reach back into a long stretch of the front of the body, fingers touch the ground, recover them back to perpendicular from the floor. Long stretch back. We're going to do 10 of these. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then finally you're going to stand up, making sure the floor is clear. And a shoulder width stance, hips slightly back, knees bent. We're going to kind of wake up metabolically a little bit with a little fast feet drill. So when I say go for 15 seconds, you're going to rapid fire your feet, heels off the ground, go. You can move your arms back and forth like you're running. The arms go slow, the feet go fast. 5 more seconds. And stop. That's one round of the warm-up. If you don't feel adequately warmed up yet, you can go through that a second time or even a third time. We're going to move right into the circuit of strength exercises that I have. Exercise number 1, like I said, I'm only using one set of 15-pound dumbbells right now that I'll be able to use for every exercise. I'm going to start with my feet in a squat position, toes turned out, slightly wider than hip width. I'm resting the dumbbell on my shoulder, elbow up. I can post on this thigh for a hip back, knee out squat. When I recover, I'm going to press overhead. Recover that dumbbell back to your shoulder. I'm going to repeat a squat, squat through to a press, and recover. It's our third one. Out of 5. Keep that bicep real close to your ear. At 5, we switch sides. Stack it on the shoulder, hips back, knees out, gentle post on the thigh, press through. recover, press through, recover. At the end of that press, kind of shrug your shoulder up to get a good reach out of that arm, and make sure you don't press forward. The press is vertical. That's 5. Second exercise, you may want to take a few seconds in between each exercise to recover. I'm going to move through a little bit more rapidly. We're going to lie down on our back. Now we have both dumbbells up, lying on the floor. Hands are in a fly position, palms facing each other. Shoulder blades are tucked in. I'm going to bend my elbows, bring them away from one another. As soon as my triceps, that's the upper part of the arm, make contact with the floor, I'm going to recover up to a straight arm position. So floor modified fly. At the top of that movement, I want to kind of do an extra pec or chest squeeze and let your shoulder blades kind of retract underneath you as you go down. It's 4, 5, 6. You want to make it a little bit more difficult. You're going to add legs up, keep your belly tight. 7, 8. You're going to attempt to go legs straight, belly tight. 9 and 10. That's our floor fly. Exercise number 3. I can go into a full push-up position or a modified position for my knees. I'm going to demonstrate the harder version, wide foot, hand posted, right arm rows. Picking the dumbbell off the floor. We're going to do 10 rows on the right side. Then I come down. If I was doing this modified, I'd have my knees on the ground with a little higher upper body position, and I'd pull the same way. Opposite side. Eight, 9, and 10. That's our one arm row in a push-up position. Next exercise, you have a choice. You don't need the dumbbells. If you were to add some weight, you can hold the dumbbell kind of in our front squat position, resting against our collarbone. Make sure your posture is upright. If you don't want to use weight, you just hold your hands to your sides. And I'm going to stay heavy on my front leg, step back, bend the knee to the floor, and recover up. Step back, bend both knees to the floor, and recover up. If you look at the shin angle of my front leg, it's staying vertical from the ground. My front knee stays above my ankle. And we're going to do 5 on the left side, switch legs, 5 on the right. My torso stays upright. If this is the first time you're ever lunging, you're probably not going to want to use weight. And you may want to do, like I'm going to show in this one, a half dip instead of going all the way down to the floor. That's 5 each side. A quick break from the weights. This is my next exercise in the circuit, which is number 5 out of 8. I'm going to go to an old school bicycle crunch. I've got my shoulders slightly elevated off the ground, feet and knees up. One knee comes forward as the other leg extends, and I bring the opposite elbow towards it. Turn, 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 and turn. So we've done 10 each side. That's 10. After the bicycle crunch, you're still on the floor. Grab one of your dumbbells from the sides, very similar to our stretch in the beginning. Body is straight. Arms are perpendicular from the floor with a slight bend in the elbow. I'm going to keep my elbows pointing forward as I take the dumbbell back into a nice long stretch. Now with the added weight and doing 10 of these repetitions, I'm working the back muscles, a little bit of your belly, and getting a nice stretch out of it. A very little bit of your triceps. That should be 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's your single dumbbell pullover exercise. Very similar to that, you could use still that one dumbbell, or you can hold two. Now with my knees bent, same starting position, I'm going to bend at my elbow only, bringing me back into now a tricep extension. I bend at the elbow, bring my wrists towards my ears, and press back to extension. You hear my elbow crack. 5 more of those. For every exercise we do in the circuit is 10 reps. That's 9 and 10. And then finally, we're going to come up with one of those dumbbells, a standing ab exercise, a standing back exercise. I've got a grasp on the dumbbell, right hand is holding, left covers. So I'm going to start over my left shoulder, sit your hips back into a quarter squat and chop to the outside of the opposite hip. Left shoulder, right hip. Left shoulder, right hip. Left shoulder, right hip. And we're going to finish our chops with 10 each side. 8, 9, and 10. Switch the grip. Left hand holds, right hand covers over the right shoulder, chop to the left hip. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Those are your 8 exercises. That's one round. Changing the weight. Obviously, if it was too light, you can go a little heavier, making it a tougher workout. I would suggest doing 3 full rounds with a minute break in between. You can do a 4th round. That should give you about a 40-minute workout. Good luck.